What up, everyone? Moving right along with these boxes, keeping good time. So, we've got Geek Me Box, which came in the weirdest shaped box this month. Like, look at this thing. So oddly shaped. But, you know, whatever. If they change the box size to fit, that's totally fine. As long as it fits, doesn't bother me. So, first off, we got a shirt. And you guessed it, a crossover. So, this one is a crossover between Batman and Orange is the New Black. So this print is decent quality. So the design on it, like, you'd have to be somewhat interested in Orange is the New Black. I personally haven't watched it. I heard it's good. I heard it's a good show, but I don't think it's crazy popular. But everyone knows Batman, so I'm sure they all get the reference. But as far as the quality of the design, like, it looks like it's well drawn and well done. And the good news is they always put Toltecs brand shirts in there, which I always appreciate, because it doesn't matter how good the print on it is. If it doesn't fit or it isn't comfortable, then it might as well not be there, because you're not going to wear it. If you're not going to wear it, then it's useless. So I appreciate that they always spring for higher quality stuff, because at least you can wear it, and then it's up to you whether you like the design or not. So this box has been specifically known for pushing crossovers a little too much. They've done some pretty awkward crossovers in the past, but this one's okay. It's not wonderful. It's definitely forced a little bit, but it's more appropriate, this one, because obviously it's a play on Arkham Asylum and Orange is the New Black, both of which are kind of prisons. One's a prison and one's an asylum, so there's kind of a relation there, so I get the joke they're going for. It's still, most crossovers are pushed a little bit, but this one's not as bad as the other ones. So I appreciate the quality on it. So I don't think a lot of people are going to love the design, but I think at least everyone will get the reference. And they did give good quality on the shirt. So I'm going to give this one a 6.5, maybe a little higher when I hear back from how much they like it. But they did give good quality, and the print was decent. I'm not in love with it or anything, but pretty decent. So 6.5. Let me know what you guys think about that. So next, we got a book. So this is a comic book. I guess this would technically be a graphic novel. It did arrive very bent because they made the box specifically a specific size for this, but somehow didn't quite fit the stuff. So this banged around in there a lot because the box didn't fit it. So it seems odd that they would change the box shape but not change it to specifically fit this stuff, which was very weird. So it did come damaged, which is a bummer. But anyway, the book is The Monsters of Jimmy Crumb. So I've never personally heard of this before, but it looks pretty good. I really like the art style in it. The cover looks very nice, so I'll definitely read it and check it out. So it looks like very nice, just as far as the design and the artwork. So it looks like an interesting series. So yeah, this is more of a graphic novel though, because it has a spine to it. So well, I'll check it out and see what I think. So very interesting. Always cool to hear about some new comics. Next, we got a coin. Now this coin is from something very specific. So I'll show you the coin first. And you'll notice, if I can get it to focus, the coin actually has a very nice design on it. I don't know how well you can see it because it's not very deep. The back has just some writing on it. It says 500. But the front has a very nice, like, half-dragon character on there. It's actually printed very well. So the reason this coin is in here, this is from a company called Rare Elements. Rare Elements Foundry. It's a foundry company, which basically means they make stuff out of metal. They melt it down and shape it. So this is a Kickstarter program. They're trying to get this company going. So they put a coin in here, and I must say it's actually designed very well. Like the way they stamped it looks really cool, and they made it aged a little bit. The only thing I thought was interesting, the advertisement on here shows some, like, I don't know what you call those. They're not coins, but they were like payment type of things. They were almost like dollars of coin version, but I can't think of the word right now. But I thought these were much cooler. I would have much appreciated something like this in there, because that's something that's a little bit interesting. You see coins all the time, collectible coins, but you don't really see things of this shape too often. So I kind of wish they had put something more along the lines of these in there versus the coin, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So I think that would have been more in their best interest to do something a little bit different, but whatever. The point is, this coin actually does have very good quality, so I was interested in this company and I actually checked them out. So I thought that was very cool. I don't think this is from anything specific as far as I know. I'm assuming this is a character they've created. I could be wrong on that. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, if this is from something. But it does look very nice. So if they do ever get some like franchises, I'd be pretty interested in getting something like this, of like a popular franchise. I'd pay for that. I think that's very cool. But as far as like the random characters, it's not super special in that sense because you can't really relate to it. But I must say I was very impressed by the foundry job they did on this. So hopefully this Kickstarter gets going and they do get some franchises, because I'd really like to see where they go with that, because that's something that's just not popular, not really out there. So they could really pioneer that market. So I'd be interested to see where that goes. But anyway, got a coin from Rare Elements. Next, we got a little figure. A Snoopy figure. So this is one of the growing ones. So you pop him in water and he grows to enormous sizes. These are just fun little novelty things. We got Snoopy. Who doesn't love some Snoopy? I'm super excited for the new Peanuts movie, by the way. It looks epic. And then the last item, just got some candy. Little Pac-Man tin. So these are always fun. Candy and tins. Oh, and the candy is little tiny cherries. I don't know if you can see that or not, but little cherries. So let's taste them. See if they're any good. Yeah, I'd say they're pretty good. That works for me. So these are always cool. Again, just filler, nothing really super special about it. But you get some candy, and then you get to keep the tin afterwards. You can display it, you can hide your dope in there, whatever you want to do with it. So it's multi-purpose. So, let's go back through this box and let's talk about some value. First, the shirt. So, as always, this will get my standard 12 to 15. And then the rating on the shirt was a 6.5. Again, stuff's fun. Again, let me know what you guys thought of it specifically. If you guys were all super in love with it, then the rating will change, because as always, these ratings are based on what I think you guys would like and not me specifically. So, I thought it was printed well, but I think the crossover is more for a specific market per se. But at least they did do it on good t-shirt quality, so I appreciate that. So there we go. Then, the book. So it did arrive damaged, but I'm not going to ding them too much for that because I don't think it's particularly rare or anything. But this book's $10. It says it on the back, USA $10, and that's pretty standard for graphic novels, no matter how big they are. But like thick, anything with a spine like that, they're usually around $10. So no surprise there. But it looks like a cool series. The coin. Very interesting about this, which we'll talk about. So this coin, I went to their website, and this coin they're selling for $22. And to that I said, no fucking way. I'm not paying $22 for a coin. That's ridiculous. So I tried to look a little deeper and thought, well, maybe that's just the Kickstarter price. Like, maybe the coin's just an incentive for giving $22 to the company, which I'm kind of thinking is more the case. Because I looked it up online, and these coins are selling for like $5. All over like eBay and everything like that. And I highly doubt they're all from the resale market, because I don't think many people know about this company. So I'm kind of assuming that $22 price is just the Kickstarter price, because if that's what they're going to charge per coin, then I really don't see that company taking off. Like, that's too much for a coin, especially from like not a well-known company or character. If it was franchised, like Marvel or DC or something like that, maybe. But even still, that's rough, $22. So I saw these all over online for around $5. So I'm going to put a value of the coin of 4 to 6, because I think that's what it's worth, and I think that's what's reasonable to pay for it. The Snoopy, $2 or $3. I've seen these at like dollar stores, but I'll give it 2 to 3 just to be fair. Then the candy, same thing. It comes in a tin at a candy store. I would see this going for $2 or $3. So with that in mind, that brings the value on the low end of $30. And on the high end, $37, which is remarkably low. This box costs $30. That's the price of this box. And on the low end, you barely got what you paid for, or you got exactly what you paid for. And on the high end, you only got a few dollars more than you paid for, which is really rough for boxes these days. only getting what you paid for is just too low, because it's a mystery. It's a mystery box. And if you didn't like even one item in here, then you technically lost money on it, and that's not okay. You can't give someone money and get less than what you paid for, especially when it's a mystery, because you would just keep that money and then just use it for whatever you wanted. So with mystery boxes, you need to get more than you paid for, because you need that leeway, because you're getting mystery stuff, and chances are you're not going to like at least one thing in there, if not a few things in there. So cutting it that close is just, it's not really acceptable. I think this box is only going to be around one more month, by the way. I'm pretty sure I'm getting it for the month of August, and I think that's it, because this box was a gift to me for Christmas last year, and I think it was only for 8 months. So I think $30 is too much, especially when their margins are that small. I think I can't afford to pay another $30 on what I'm paying already, so I don't think I'm going to renew and continue my subscription. So my Christmas gift of 8 months, I think is where I'm going to cut it off. So this has one more month to possibly wow me, but being honest, I highly doubt it will. It's been slowly like tapering off and coasting by lately, which is really unfortunate. It's always a bummer when companies kind of like taper off and kind of lose interest a little bit. So we'll see what happens next month. But with that value, I'm only going to give this box a 5.5, just barely on this side of okay. Like 5.0 is okay. You could do without it. So just barely on this side of doable. You got a few dollars more than you paid for. You got some interesting stuff. You found out about a new company, but shirt wasn't great. But at least they do good quality. You didn't get a lot of items, and comic came damaged. So 5.5, which is one of the lower scores. It's I think the lowest one this month, and one of the lower ones I've given in a long time. I've kind of weeded out some of the bad boxes, like some of the UK ones and other companies that didn't do good. I've kind of like phased them out. So this month and probably next month is all like the best of the best. So all the higher end, higher scored boxes. I haven't tried anything new out, so it's hard to compete now because everything's getting so much better. So boxes like this that are okay, like, just aren't cutting it anymore. There's too many companies out there that are doing it so much better. So that's why I'm okay with letting this go after the month of August. But we'll see. You never know. They could blow my mind. So let me know what you guys thought. 5.5 in the box, 6.5 on the shirt. Geek Me Box. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Peace.